Good morning, Bryte Church. Welcome to another devotional. I wanted to read from 1 Peter 2, verse 11. It goes like this: Beloved, I urge you as sojourners and exiles to abstain from the passions of the flesh, which wage war against your soul. Scripture oftentimes calls us to be separated from the world. There is a definite call to be separate from the world. And it uses such words as sojourner, exile, alien, foreigner, those who are traveling through the world. And in fact, we practice that. We repeat that phrase to ourselves as well. We say, I do not want to be like this world. This is not my home. Yet Jesus, to his disciples, when he was praying for them, he said, Father, don't take them out of this world. Protect them, but don't take them out. So he calls us to be residents of this home, to be residents of earth, to raise up children, to have families, to find occupations, to work, to focus on worldly things. And again, we can go into extremes. We can focus too much on one place. We can focus too much on one idea, to be either too much sojourners or too much residents, to seek to escape this world by any means necessary, to distance ourselves from the sin in the world. And so we say, I am an alien. I am a resident. This is not my home. The people who are my neighbors, they are not my neighbors. I won't see them in heaven because they don't believe in God. This home, this body that I have, there is no care for it because I'll get a new body, I'll get a new home. And then we can fall into the extreme where we forget that we are aliens or sojourners, and we fall into the trap of becoming permanent residents, citizens, in fact, of this world, where we say, my home, my life, my body, my income, my occupation, it is all that I will have on this earth. And so we pour our effort and our time into those things. And we exist as residents, as permanent residents of this world, not thinking of the fact that we are moving on. And Jesus, in his walk, he called us to this weird overlap of both. How are you both a resident and a foreigner? How are you both someone who lives in a place, yet someone who is constantly leaving a place or just traveling through it? How do you exist in the overlap of these two seemingly contradictory, paradoxical even ideas? And yet that is where Jesus calls us to exist. He says, don't be conformed to this world. Don't be like this world. I urge you as sojourners and exiles to abstain from the passions. And then he prays for us, the disciples that came after his disciples. God, don't take them out of this world, but protect them from this world. And therefore we live. We live as both aliens and we live as residents. We both go out and we work for the bread that God provides. And yet we know that it is not just the bread that will feed our souls. How do we exist? How do we learn to find that middle ground? In our walk with Jesus, we are often pulled to either side. Yet Jesus calls us to be in this place of intersection, in a place where both and exist, where we don't have to make an either or decision. And Jesus says, come to this place. I am at the intersection of being both at home and yearning for your true home. And he calls us, come and be here with me. As you go out into the world today, let that be the thought that goes through your mind. God bless you and take care.